Welcome to the Chronicles of Genesis, episode 23, Enoch Walks with God. Picking up from last episode, where we delve into Genesis 5 verse 21 to 24, so far we've seen the ages of men increase all the way up to 900 years. That's a long time to live. Well, that from the scope of what we know about age, in this current time. But among the long generations of Adam's sons, one name stands apart. Where others lived, had children, and died, Enoch walked with God. 3 centuries of fellowship, a life marked not by years alone, but by intimacy with the Creator. And then, something strange happened to him. He was no more. Not death, not decay, but a sudden translation into the presence of God. Enoch never tasted the grave. A reminder that even in a world marked by death, God makes a way for life. And now we see that after he had walked with God for 300 years, Enoch had other sons and daughters. The longest living man up to this point, Enoch, at the age of 87, became a grandfather. This would be the longest gap between being a parent and having grandchildren in human history, unless it happens again. Maybe there's someone here watching that will have their first grandchild later in life like Enoch, who knows. We also learn that Jared lived 900 years and he had a son when he was 600 years old. So after Enoch, there was a return to the pattern of long life and late parenting. But Enoch stands out. He walked with God. What does that mean? Well, we don't know the precise meaning of this phrase, but we do have some clues. First, notice that walking with God is something that began for Enoch when he was 65, the same age that Methuselah, his son, was when the flood came. Second, the book of Jude verse 14 to 15 gives us some insight. And Enoch, the 7th from Adam, prophesied about these men. Behold, the Lord is coming with 10,000 saints of his saints to execute judgment on all, and conviction on all the ungodly among them. For the ungodly man, he will do wickedly, and the sinner will do oppression. But the fear of the Lord, that shall not depart from before their eyes. So it seems that Enoch was a man of prophecy, a man who spoke God's word, and this fits well with what we know of the nature of prophecy. The Old Testament prophets spoke God's word, but they also lived God's word. Their lives were meant to be a living testament to the truth of their message. And so to walk with God means to live a life in step with his word, to speak his word and to obey his word. So did Enoch get this right? Did he walk with God? Did he live a life marked by faithfulness to God's word? We are going to uncover that in the later episode, where we are going to go deep into the book of Enoch, which was removed from your normal 66 book of Bible that most people are given today. Notice that word I say given. Anyway, let's move on, brothers and sisters. So, coming back to Enoch lifestyle on how he lived, we can't say for sure, but we can take his example from his devotion to God, holiness, and apply it to our own lives. In a world where many walk in darkness, let us walk in the